Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see few theory questions on rolling contact bearing. The first question which was asked in GATE 1998 for 1 mark. The question is, if the load on a ball bearing is reduced to half, the life of ball bearing will. Here what will happen to the life of ball bearing, that we have to find. Here it is given that it is a ball bearing. For ball bearing, the constant K is equal to 3, and the first load, the dynamic load carrying capacity is C, where C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C, which is constant. Now when load is, let us say, when load P1 is equal to P, then life L1 is equal to L. Now let us say life L1, then life L1. Now they are asking, when load becomes P2 is equal to P by 2, load is half, then what is life L2? If life L1 is L, what is life L2? Now either life is increasing or decreasing. Definitely as load is decreasing, life must increase. Now we have load life relationship. We have load life relationship, which is nothing but life is equal to C divided by P power K. Therefore we can say, and K is 3 for ball bearing, therefore we can say life is inversely proportional to P power K, right? Therefore if I want to write L2 divided by L1, it will become P1 divided by P2 power K, right? Inversely proportional to the P power K. Therefore L2 will become, life 2 will become L1 into P1 divided by P2 power K. K is 3 for ball bearing, which is nothing but L into P1. P1 is P, P2 is P by 2 power 3. Therefore L2, life 2 will become L1 into 2 power 3, which is nothing but 8 times L1. Therefore life is increasing 8 times. We can see L2 is equal to 8 L1. Therefore as load is half, means if load becomes 1 by 2, then life is increased by 8 times. Therefore option A is correct choice. For this question, option A is your answer. The second question is, a spherical roller bearing are normally used. What is the purpose of spherical roller bearing? First, for increased radial load, for increased thrust load when there is less radial load, to compensate for the angular misalignment. My dear students, in theory lecture we have seen this. The spherical roller bearing are like this. Spherical roller bearing are like this, right? And there will be a here inner race and outer race. There will be a outer race, right? And it is a spherical roller bearing. Now these spherical roller bearing can move like this in inner race and outer race, means they are self aligned bearing. They are also called self aligned bearings. Whenever there is any angular misalignment, self aligned bearings are used for angular misalignment, for any angular misalignment. This also we have seen in theory lectures, right? Therefore whenever there is an angular misalignment, they will rotate like this, they will adjust themselves so that there will be no angular misalignment. Therefore option D is correct. To compensate the angular misalignment, the spherical roller bearings are used. The next question was asked in GATE 2005 for 1 mark. The question is, the basic load rating of the ball bearing is. See, basic load rating is nothing but the load at which 90% bearings will be in good condition and only 10% failures are allowed or permitted. Therefore just they are asking what is the definition. We have seen these definitions, right? Now option A is the maximum static load. Static, they are asking, they are saying here static, means 100% wrong. Static 100% wrong. Basic load rating is for dynamic load. Basic load rating is for dynamic load, as they have mentioned here static, 100% wrong. Then option B is the radial load at which 90% of group of apparently identical bearings run for an million revolution before the first evidence of failure. 100% correct. This is correct, right? Whenever life is 1 million revolution, then what is the load carrying capacity of bearing so that 90% bearings will be under good condition, working condition, and 10% failures are permitted. Option B is a correct choice. The next question was asked in GATE 2016 for 1 mark in set 3. The question is, which of the bearings given below should not be subjected to thrust load? See, on any bearing, there may be a radial load and there may be an axial load, and this axial load is called thrust load. Axial load is called thrust load. Now, in which bearing there should not be a thrust load? This is the question. Now, first is deep groove ball bearing. Now, in case of deep groove ball bearing, we have already seen that there is a radial load as well as axial load, but axial load is less than radial load. But yes, axial load exists, means thrust load exists. Now, in case of angular contact ball bearing also, there is radial load also, there is axial load also, and their relationship is not defined. Whichever may be the larger, axial may be the larger or radial may be the larger. Cylindrical straight roller. In case of cylindrical straight roller, there must be only radial load. There is no axial load. In case of cylindrical roller bearing, there is no axial load. Right. Again, in case of single tapered roller bearing, there is radial as well as axial. If I use a double roller, tapered roller, if I use 2 rows, then effect of axial on one will be cancelled by effect of axial on another. Let us consider, if I use 2 rows like this is the first and there is another, right? And on this, let us say the load is acting like this. On this, the load is F is acting like this. Therefore, this F will be having 2 components. One will be in radial direction, one will be in axial direction. Now on other, there will be a F like this. One will be radial direction, one will be axial direction. Therefore, the axial load is gets cancelled. Here towards left there will be axial, towards right there will be axial on adjacent bearings. Axial effect is cancelled in case of double row, but yes, there is a axial load which gets cancelled because of the pair. But in single row, there is always axial as well as radial, right? Therefore, for this question, your answer is, in which of the bearing there is no axial load or thrust load, then option C is correct choice. That is cylindrical straight roller bearing. Thank you, dear students. In next lecture, we will start sliding contact bearing.